I bought a massive childhood Pokemon card collection with only seeing 2 binders. Previous owner of this collection had been into Pokemon their entire lives, collecting all the way from the start until just a few months ago. Let's get into the entire haul.
Perfect.
We're going to break this collection down into parts, starting with part 1, ETB, or Elite Trainer Bulk. Pretty much everything here is an Elite Trainer box that had been opened and had all the packs ripped, and basically all the common and the bulk cards would go into these. The owner loved buying packs and ETBs and just ripping them, and so what they would do is they would take all the reverse holos and all the holos, sleeve them up, put them in binders, and leave the bulk in the box. Now, there are some pretty cool things in here, like in this one right here, we do have a bunch of empty packs that were kept after ripping. So a lot of Sword and Shield. We got a Steam Siege, Sun and Moon Burning Shadows, Rebel Clash, Hidden Fates, Cosmic Eclipse, Steam Siege, Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage. There's an Evolutions pack. Vivid Voltage. So although these are worth nothing, it's still really cool to see the empty packs. And the fact that the owner would rip them and then keep the packs is such a cool part of the collection to me. Nothing too interesting here, just a bunch of bulk. And then we have things like this lunchbox that are filled with the ETB dice, sleeves, and the other things that are included. We've got some of these large cards. I'm not too sure if these have any value, but this one's really cool. This is a Primal Kyogre EX, but unfortunately has a huge crease in it. We've got this binder as well that holds the large cards, and it looks like we've got a Pikachu in there. Here are some of the booklets that came with ETBs and some booster boxes that were flattened out. We've got this brand new playing mat still wrapped up. And then, yeah, all the rest of this stuff is just bulk that I don't want to show off. So let's show off the stuff over here. This is bulk, but it's a little bit better bulk. This is where things start to get a little bit better. First thing that I found while looking through the bulk were these little stamp cards. They're really cool. I just don't know exactly what they are. They say Art Box on the back of them. They've got like a little Pokedex entry and they say Art Box. I believe these were little stamps or stickers or something. I'm not 100% sure. But these are super cool, and there's even a holographic one. This Hypno into Drowsy, it looks like. Super cool. And I don't know how many there are, but we got Blastoise. We've got a bunch of Pikachus, and it looks to be a pretty wide variety of the first generation of Pokemon. Now we have this box here that says rares, so let's pop this open. And I believe these are all just going to be super nice that they are sleeved, but it looks just like a bunch of maybe reverse. No, not even a bunch of reverse. They're all sleeved. Let's see if there's anything decent in here. We've got some pretty nice holos. Charizard there. I don't think anything crazy is in these. I could be wrong. But just some cool cards. We have here a couple empty sleeves. Another one of those Charizards makes me think that they are not too valuable. Just gonna blow through most of these. I'm not gonna show you guys every single card that was in this collection, of course, but this one said rares, so I just wanted to peek through it because I haven't seen this in its entirety either. Okay, nothing too crazy in there. And then all of these are just cards that were holo or in sleeves that I pulled from the bulk when I was going through it. Here's a full art for Virizion V. And then we actually have some vintage. We got a base set 2 Electrode, Umbreon, from Neo Discovery. Just a bunch of decent cards, yeah, that I pulled. Like, there's a Dragonite holo, that one's sick. Darkrai, Arcanine, Ultra Necrozma. And a bunch of just holos and reverse holos. And then same thing with this bin. I believe I pulled this bin from the bulk just because there was a lot of sleeved cards. I think there's definitely a lot of bulk, but here's some holos. Nice for Alligator there, Suicune. And yeah, nothing too crazy in these. I just wanted to showcase them because this was when I was looking through all the bulk. Definitely a little bit of value and some pretty cool cards. I believe that's the same thing with this one as well. Yeah, so there's some sleeved cards here. If we could just pull a couple of them out. We've got this Cresselia, Flygon, Volcanion. Just some more stuff that'll be good in like $1 to $3 binders, filling up at shows. Assuming this one's gonna be the same thing. Yep, and then we've got this Charmander promo card here. This is pretty cool. And then in the front, we've got more sleeved cards. Just some holos, like before. More sleeved cards. Nothing too crazy. Let's check out this long box here. Oh, this is what all the ET bulk looks like that I didn't go through. It's just card after card after card. So this one looks to just be bulk. I believe this one is also going to be bulk. Yeah, so just a huge bin of bulk. But the cool thing about this collector is she really cared. She's got all these, you know, Vivid Voltage. We got Cosmic Eclipse back here. They're all separated by sets, which is really nice. And you could tell that she really cared about her collecting and spent a lot of time organizing and going through everything. Again, just all bulk, but still really cool to see. This next part is just going to be bonus stuff, or isn't just like traditional cards. We've got this cool Pokemon Heart Gold. I believe this is a DS Stylus with the cool Ho-Oh. A couple of figures here. We got Celebi, Victini, Sylveon, Mew. These are like foam, it feels like. And we've got an Entei. Some sealed product. We have 2 Battle Styles booster packs. A Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion booster box. We've got these TV Animation Series 2 cards. I'm not sure what these are. They just are like these little cardboard sleeves or something. 4 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So it looks like we have a full set here, 1 out of 5, and then an additional one here. I think this is like some kind of card series set or something from the TV series, but I just don't know exactly. It's cool that we have a Charizard. If you know anything about these, let me know down in the comments. Now we're getting into some really cool stuff. We've got this Pokemon gift box. This came with a few packs, a starter deck, and some other things, but what's really awesome about this is if I open it up, it's actually complete inside. Now, of course, everything is opened, but the starter deck is as new as it can be. The Vaporeon is in a sleeve, so it's really well taken care of. Everything is complete. Base deck, so we've got some more cards inside of there. The cool thing about this pack is it does have cards in it, but unfortunately it is open. But it's almost like this was purchased, opened, and put exactly back how it was found. Now next up we have the Thunderstorm gift box, and this is in the exact same condition. Got the stuff on top that you would see when you would open it when you first got it, and then boom. We've got the packs. This one has cards in it, and I believe the Gym Challenge does as well. The Rocket is empty, but let's just peek in here. We open up this Gym Challenge. We've got a trainer card and an energy card, and then the base set 2-pack has energy, and a trainer. So there's no real cards in here, but it does have the Thunderstorm theme deck with all the cards in there, and it does have the Play It trading card game CD. So everything is complete in this one as well, I believe. It's just opened, packs have been ripped, and then put back. Now this lunchbox, when I opened this, I had a heart attack. You guys will see why. I thought this was just another bin of bulk, but check this out. This is an entire lunchbox filled with empty booster packs. When I first saw this, I knew there was no cards in here because I could feel how heavy it was. But when I just saw all these packs, it was insane. Team Rocket, base set, Ruby and Sapphire. We've got Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, Dragon Frontiers. I mean, there is everything in here. Jungle. Look how many packs there are. All of these were ripped by the owner of this collection and kept. Platinum, Diamond and Pearl era, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Jungle, Neo. We got so many different packs. There is everything in here from every set. And look at this, $8 price sticker on this Hidden Legends pack. But, I mean, look at all of these packs. It's crazy. And let this be somewhat of a teaser to you guys of what is actually in some of the binders that we have, because a lot of packs were ripped. It's so cool to see all the artwork. Series 2 trading cards. We've got a Stormfront. This one actually feels like it's got a card in there. Let's put down all the Neo and the Gym Challenge. Looks like a black and white card list. But Neo. Gym Challenge, Gym Set, Base Set 2. We've got Neo Discovery, Base Set 2, Neo. And then these actually have cards in them. I think these might be new. We've got a Match Battle. I don't know what this pack is, but it has cards in it. And I don't see where it's opened. And then we've got the black and white preview pack, which is also sealed, which is really cool. You will see. But I just couldn't believe that all of these packs had been kept and cherished and put away, and now I have them. I had no clue that these were involved in the purchase. I had no clue that these were even there until I got home and started looking through the bulk, and I stumbled upon this lunchbox filled with empty packs. Such a cool, unique piece of a collection that just really goes to show that we've gone through all of the bulk and some of the random stuff. It's time to dig into part 3 with Pokemon goodies that we can look and enjoy together. I do have a stack of sleeves next to me. We're gonna make sure to get these things out of these boxes, out of the 3-ring box, just a deck box. Base Set 2 era, it looks like. And let's go through this first box of cards. We've got some cool Pikachu promos. And we're getting into this already some vintage stuff. We got a reverse holo Pichu. Reverse, is this reverse? We got a Mewtwo. I'm not sure if that's reverse. It doesn't look like a reverse holo Cloyster. And we're already starting off with some really, really good cards here. Not to mention the amazing artworks. Reverse holo Wartortle. And then what do we have here? Looks like we've got some Topps TV series animation cards. We got a Charizard there. Bunch of just random ones. The Pikachu, and then we're back to, looks like some base set. These look to be German cards. And then we're back. This is just a mixture of stuff. Nice to know it's all sleeved though. Nothing looks to be in super bad condition. And that's gonna be deck box number 1. Let's get into this second deck box. First off, we got a reverse holo Poliwag, and it looks like a bunch more E-Series cards. Look at that Totodile, just chilling on the snow, it looks like. It's just such sick artwork. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I know that there's some absolute crazy binders upcoming. So I just want to kind of hand through this and make sure I'm not missing anything. Poliwhirl, we're getting to some later on cards. All just some holos. Okay, perfect. We got through that one. Next up, let's show these off. We've got the 2 metal cards. We've got the Charizard and the Pikachu. Now we got a couple more card boxes. Let's go through this one here. Also, these card boxes are really sick. This is from the base set. This is just a base set card box. Let's see what we have in here. Graveler, oh, such a sweet Raichu, Poliwrath. Energies, holo Octillery, non-holo. There's just so many. This looks like it has too many cards in it, so we're gonna put that to the side. Wow. Reverse holo Bulbasaur, Wickle, and a Ho-Oh GX. Man, these are stacked. Looks like we got some bulk here. Galarian Zapdos, Galarian, all three of the birds. And then what's this? Body Builder, Charmander. And then some more just bulk sleeves, trainer cards. Then we've got another card box here. This is Team Rocket card box. And this one is filled. I wonder if this is going to be all bulk. Looks like it's all going to be bulk, so we'll skip past this. All right, we're going to start going through the binders now. There actually is more than 25 because I didn't count these small ones. But we're going to start off with this Lugia binder. Let's start off. You can just kind of tell it's all wrinkly, and I don't know if this is the best place to have your cards in, but we've got some Neo cards. This is just sweet to open up and see. I'm just going to kind of browse through this thing. You guys can look at all the cards. If there's anything that I see that's crazy, first edition, stuff like that, I'm going to pull it out. But there's a Skiploom. You can just hear the age from these pages when you turn them. Just the crinkle. Looks like some Gym Challenge, some Neo. A few Japanese cards. Interesting binder there. Let's go on to the next. Now we've got this Pikachu binder. Looks like we've got some Topps. Wow, yeah, same thing. These are just like the Topps TV series cards. This is super sick. I wonder if there's a full set of these. There's a couple different... Oh, we've got some Eevees. Just a random page of Eevees. More on the back. This is looks like a pretty random binder. We got a first edition Togepi there. We got some Psyducks. Now I know there's like the TV animation series. There's the Chrome series. There's a couple ones that are pretty expensive. I believe those are the Chrome. But these are just the original TV series animation, I believe. It'd be really cool to have a full set of these. But yeah, we're just going to peel through these pages. And I'm definitely, after this, I'm going to take everything out of these binders and move them to something else. I just don't want to do that right now on camera. And now we've got some more newer stuff. Nothing too crazy. And this should be the end. Yeah, that's the end of the binder there. Let's go to the next. Got this big train on that starts with a giant Pikachu. Oh, there's just like, yeah, some more of these giant cards here. This is pretty cool. Venusaur VMAX. Looks like just all these big cards from the Evolution series. And then we've got Rayquaza, Pikachu, and yeah, just some big cards. We've got this Charizard binder. This one feels pretty light. And it looks like there's a Purloin and nothing else, so moving on. Their binder here, Crocodile, and nothing else. Interesting. Let's see if this one will have more than one card. It does. Looks like some modern. Another one of those Charizards. Whenever I see Charizard, I kind of just perk up. Same with like Mewtwo. But it doesn't look anything crazy. Here's some vintage cards in the back. And then oh, now there's like a Holo Electrode in the back. One of the sticker cards. Okay, the last of these like little flimsy binders here. Charbanders. More modern stuff. We've got more of these giant cards. Doesn't look to be anything crazy in here. A bunch of reverse holos. And yeah, that's it for these binders. Let's get into the 3 rings. The first binder I can already tell is going to be more of these, yeah, art box cards. This is really interesting. I mean, this is Blastoise. Yeah, these are all Blastoise. Charizards, all Venusaurs. And I wouldn't be surprised, 18, 27, yeah, if this was a full set. And multiple sets. These are pretty cool, but I just don't know like if these, what these really are. Like I said, I believe they're sticker cards or something, but we'll just flip through these pages, listen to the crinkle of the 3-ring binder. And are we gonna have all the way to 151? No, there's no Mew. Oh, it ends at Mewtwo. And then we've got, looks like the trainers and some just random picture cards. These are really cool, and I like how they're in this binder, but, and what are these, like gold ones? Or is this like the start of the next set? I don't know. They're pretty sweet, but again, don't really know too much about them. Let's go to the next. This is where things start to get interesting. We've got a full binder here of cards. Let's just get started. It looks like we have some Diamond and Pearls. Just trying to look through everything. Reverse Monferno. Looks like a good amount of reverses, common. Just want to see. Just gonna flip through these pages and we can just view them together. If you guys see anything cool, let me know in the comments. This Charmander is pretty sweet. And I will definitely be pulling these all out of this binder. Like a Holo Manaphy right there. Espeon card. Leafeon. I'm definitely going to be missing some stuff. Deoxys. Kyogre, Groudon, Jirachi. Yeah, there's some, looks to be some Registeel. Looks to be some pretty decent cards in here. It'll be exciting to look up all these cards and see what's valuable and what's not, and then of course add to my current sets, because I'm trying to complete all the sets, and this is really going to help. Some trainers, and it looks like if you see on the side of the tabs, it looks like they're marked by set, which is really cool. Here's a reverse Mismagius, Empoleon. Some heavies. We got a Salamence here. Reverse. Let's just kind of breeze through this unless we see anything super crazy. Dialga, a couple Giratinas. I'm assuming most of the empty slots were holos or some of the bigger hits that were pulled from the binder and put in the no ring binders, which is good. But there looks to still be some decent stuff. Here's a Gengar. Reverse. Yeah, there's definitely some cool cards regardless. I just missed a page here. Nothing. Charizard up here. Moltres. Just kind of gonna flip through it. We got a lot of binders to go through. So sorry if I'm just kind of speeding through it. Ooh, I like this Metagross right here. That's definitely going to be pulled out and sleeved. We got an Umbreon up here in the corner, Flareon down here. Always looking for the evolutions. Vaporeon, we got a Jolteon up there. Those are always fan favorites. $1 Bennett. It looks like the owner was trying to get sets too. Here's a sweet Umbreon. Is this a holo? I'm going to check this actually. Oh, I hate these binders, but it looks like it is a reverse holo. Get this put into a sleeve. I'm going to be doing this with all the cards as mentioned before, but I just saw this Umbreon and wanted to pull it out. Some more evolutions. Oh, look at this. In the back, we have more of these Topps cards. Another Charizard. The Charizard, I believe, does have a little bit of value, like most Charizards, but nothing too crazy. Looks to be some cards in the back. Oh, look at this. We got some Pop cards. Pop Series 5 cards. We got the Ho-Oh, the Lugia, Vaporeon, Jolteon. We got the Pikachu, holo and non-holo. Oh, and also, I didn't even notice this. Look at this cool, it makes this big image right here. That's awesome. Let's go to this next. Are these more Pop cards? Yeah. Yeah, more Pop cards. We got the Legendary Trio right here. Lugia, Ho-Oh, Magnezone, Suicune. We got the Latias. Yeah, these cards definitely need to be pulled out of this binder ASAP. It's cool Charmander. And yeah, that's going to be it for this. One thing I wanted to point out that I just noticed was this sweet Raichu. This is a... I thought at first that this was a bootleg, and it is, but they call these vending machine bootlegs. So people who didn't want to have real Pokemon cards in their store would put these fake bootleg ones in a vending machine so that kids can come and buy them. And it's got this sick holo pattern on it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out all the cards from this binder that need to be pulled out, and then we'll go to the next one. Before we move on to the next binder, I just went through and pulled out a bunch of the cards, and I just want to show you guys some of the highlights. I was pretty surprised with some of the values, especially these energy cards with the Pokemon and the reflections. Those were pretty dang valuable. Some of them were like 20 to 50 bucks a piece. This Espeon from Undaunted was about $45. And just like some really solid cards that were saved from this binder. This one was a big one. This energy card is about 50 bucks on its own. And just some amazing cards, and I was really sad to see them in those binders. But thankfully, a lot of the conditions are actually pretty good. I just wanted to fan through some of the favorites from that binder that I pulled. And there were still a lot of good cards, reverse holos, and just really excited to add a bunch of those cards to my collection and my sets. But there are all of the highlights from that binder. Let's get into the next. So this binder is super sick. The collector took all of the packs and put them on the binder like so to make this for this really cool art display. But let's get into the cards. So right off the bat, we have some reverse holos from Aquapolis. It looks like these ones are actually in sleeves, which is really nice. Oh, this binder is looking really nice. Wow. A bunch of Aquapolis cards. Nice to see that they're in sleeves. At least the reverse holos and whatnot. Now let's just keep panning through this binder. Hopefully there's more of those. Looks like we got Sandstorm here. Reverse holo Flareon there in the middle. Loved these cards. Had this, I remember having this set growing up. Those three. Oh, some Team Rocket cards. Dark Tyranitar. That is such a sick card. We got a Reggie Ice. Looks to be non-holo. This one's sick, again in a holo, the Hypno. Just some good looking cards here. I'm looking at these energies now after finding those other energies with some pretty big value. Keeping an eye out on those. Like these energies are in sleeves. Have to check those out. And it looks like that is going to be it for this binder. I'm going to pull out all the reverse holos and everything, get them in their own sleeves, get them out of these binders, and then we're going to jump into the next one. Okay, let's get into the next binder. This one looks to be a bunch of base set. We got some first editions. Looks like some Neo cards also. And I believe from what I'm seeing, yeah, so these are probably, I'd imagine, the collector's childhood cards from when they lived in Germany, because there are a few, I believe those are German cards sprinkled throughout, like Radicarl and Tobsy. So this will just be kind of a, looks like just a mix. Looks base set, Neo, some of the older cards. We got some gym sets in here, and base 2. Looks like we have some first editions as well, which is really nice. And yeah, so Smogon. Decent amount of German cards, but we're just going to flip through this and check it out. We got Shiggy. Shiggy and Shillick. Nebulok and Alpolo. Sabrina's Haunter. We got a light Slowbro here. That's a sweet card. Bunch of energies. And more cards. Yeah, this looks like just like a bunch of early vintage bulk Wizard of the Coast stuff. Nothing crazy. Got a Bulbasaur back there. I was checking to see if it was shadowless or anything. First edition Neos. I mean, some really nice cards, and amazing for me to be able to finish my sets, because these are the sets that I'm pretty far into, and so a lot of this stuff will help just fill in empty holes. And it looks like that is going to be the end of this binder. Get into the last 3-ring binder. This one is a honker. We got the pink 3-ring binder, and starting off right away, we've got a lot of reverse holos on the first page. Let's dive in. And there are some sweet cards in this collection. Bunch of reverse holos here, a ton. This is interesting. I think there was because a lot of these cards I'm recognizing from that first binder, but these are all the reverse holo variants, which is really cool to see. Separate binder for the reverse holos, it looks like. There's this Gengar that I saw in the first binder. This one is a reverse holo though. And let's just flip through these and then we'll pull those out. And I'll show you guys again the highlights of the last few binders once I get everything pulled out. You got a loose page there. Wonder if there's going to be any surprises in the back of this binder like there was in that first. Probably not. But you never know. And also, again, let me know if you guys are spotting any cards that I'm just kind of flipping through and I don't realize it's a rare, expensive card. Because to me, this all looks like some really good-looking bulk. Getting towards the end of this binder here. Looks like last page. And boom. Again, nothing too insane in here, but this is the last of the 3-ring binders. I'm going to pull out some of the highlights, and then we will get into the, hopefully, juicy binders. Alright, so fanning through some of the highlights here. Bunch of Aquapolis cards, make sure to take those out. This energy card was pretty sick. And just some of my favorites, some of the holos. And boom. So those are most of the highlights from those binders. Now we are getting into the real binders. Before we get into it though, I want to reiterate how crazy of a collection this was. If you remember from earlier, I made this purchase by only seeing 2 of the binders. Everything that I've shown up until this point, I had no clue was involved in this transaction. I had a pretty blurry video of 2 binders, and that's what I made the deal based on. And then when I got there, all of this stuff was included. So let's start getting into some of these other binders. So first off, we have this small green one. This will be a mixture of modern and vintage upcoming. We've got some Vaporeons. We've got a Gyarados and a Meowth VMAX. An EVGX. I believe this card's worth about 20 bucks. Eldegoss V, Celebi, Mew, Glaceon. This should be the only like side-loaded binder, I believe. Got a Greninja there and a Charizard to end it off. Okay, next we have this purple Ultimate Guard. Let's just flip through this. I believe these are all newer cards. Doesn't look like anything wild in these. Oh, there's some more in the back. Necrozma GX. Nice looking Celebi. We got two of these Umbreon XY promos. Those are pretty nice. Dang, some nice stuff hidden in the back here. Pretty solid binder there. Let's move on to the next. This Pikachu one. Oh, this has the 3 rings. Gross. Let's see if there's anything. We got an Umbreon here. Always nice to see. Lucky Energy. And I think that's it. That's everything in this binder. This one's pretty cool. We got a Lapras binder. Ooh, I believe this is Evolutions. We got the Zapdos, Magneton, Gyarados, Raichu, Mewtwo, Clefairy. That's interesting looking Clefairy. Chansey. And then we've got just a... Okay, that was kind of random there in the middle, but now we've got some more modern cards. Not sure which set this is off the top, but... And that looks like that's it for that binder. Moving on to the Bulbasaur binder. We got a Sandacola. Looks to be more modern cards. We got a Cleffa promo here, which is really random. Lugia. And that looks like that's it for this binder. Next we have the Squirtle. Base set 2 Electabuzz. Ooh, looks like a base set 2 partial set. Nice. Let's see if there's anything else. And nope, just the base set 2 partial set, it looks like. On to the next. Got this purple Ultra Pro binder. Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes in this one, I'm guessing. Look at this. Looks like they were trying to complete sets as well, so this will be really great for me. Might just have to replace my sets with these, because these all look to be sleeved and ready to go. So I'll just probably fill in these binders. Yep, here's the next set. Oh, this is like almost complete. Every page is filled. Wow, it's impressive. And I would imagine all of these cards were pulled by the collector. And what do we have in the back here? Just like some random odds and ends. Pretty cool. The gym set is slowly becoming one of my favorites, and so I love to see that. Okay, next up we have this Mewtwo binder. And this is completely empty. Let's not waste any time on it. Next up, we've got the white binder. Base set? Yep, we got the base set. And I wonder if this is dang near complete too. Looks like it. Wow. Basically a complete base set. The holos are not in the binder though. Same with Jungle. Holos are pulled. which I'm guessing will be in another binder. And we got Fossil, same thing. These look to be like complete sets. Missing one card there, it looks like, unless it's part of Team Rocket, which I don't think so. We got a Dark Charizard, non-holo, and the Dark Dragonite. These are good cards, even if they're not holo. First edition Dark Jolteon there. And that looks like, oh, we got some promos in the back. Very nice. The Entei promo, the Legendary Birds. Anything else? And just more promos. Sweet. Now we got the light pink binder. Ooh, Neo Genesis. Neo's some of my favorite. First edition. Oh, look at all the first editions. Wow, first edition. Dang. That's crazy. I was not expecting this many first editions because I haven't been seeing really first. Granted, we haven't been really looking at these kind of cards, but from the other sets, there wasn't too many first editions. So this is really cool to see. See, we got another Neo set, Neo Discovery, the Umbreon, Caesar. This is one of my favorite cards. We've got almost a full set, it looks like. And then we've got Neo Revelations. We got a first edition Celebi here. First ed. The bird. This Starmie is sick. Lugia, Raichu. This just brings me back to my childhood. Like, this is amazing to see. All these cards. I remember pulling most of these cards myself. And it's just amazing to see all in this binder. And it looks like we've got the Neo Destiny set as well in here. The cards are amazing. I love the light and the darks. Just such a sick artwork. And a lot of first editions too, which is amazing to see. Wow. That was an incredible binder. Now let's move on to the orange binder. This is the last binder before we get to the two big binders that include all the stuff that I actually knew was here. So still, up to this point, all of these amazing cards, all of these sets, I had no clue that these were included. I had an idea of two binders, and I went in with that in mind. I can't stress that enough. Everything that you have seen up to this point was there when I arrived, and didn't even really factor into the price, which is absolutely insane. Let's get into the orange binder. Oops. Looks like we got some more modern stuff. Flip through this pretty quickly. It's just crazy how many like sets the collector was trying to complete. Now we got celebrations. We got a nice page of celebrations here. Shining Magic. We got a Charizard. We got a Charizard here. Venusaur, Blastoise, the big three right there. Rocket, Zapdos, Shining Magikarp. Really nice page there. We got the Umbreon. Just some awesome cards. And it looks like, is this a... Wait a second. Palkia, Pikachu, Flying Pikachu, Palkia, Pikachu, Flying Pikachu. Is this another set? Oh, there's another Charizard. Missing Venusaur, Blastoise, but Rocket, Zapdos, and a Groudon. Wow. Two Charizards. That's pretty sweet. We got this Charizard V here. And that's the last page. Now let's get into the two big binders. All right, we've got the yellow binder here. This is an extremely nice binder that is filled with more of the modern bangers. We'll get to the vintage after this. But without further ado, you guys have waited long enough. Let's start getting into the two binders that I actually had an idea of what there was. So here is the first page. Charizard VMAX, Charizard VMAX, Charizard V-Star. So a lot of these cards are nice and they're cool, but they're not worth too much. But regardless, there are some really nice cards that helped factor into the valuation when I was going through it. Let me know if you guys spot any of your favorites here. I know that a lot of people are more into modern right now than vintage. Which isn't really surprising considering how amazing some of the newer sets have been. But I don't know. I just have that nostalgia just grips me so hard. Here's an Umbreon. And I'm just always leaning towards the vintage stuff. Here's a nice one. We got the Blastoise and Piplup GX. We got Blastoise and Piplup here. Charizard and Braixen. Venusaur and Snivy. Looks like we have a random Venusaur. But check this out. Look at this Venusaur. We got this random base set Venusaur, and look at the cut at the bottom. Interesting. Well, there's another Venusaur at least, and we got a first edition Lieutenant Surge Sphero. That's probably an expensive card. Just some random vintage. Another page of vintage. We got some Pokemon Go. And we're back to the modern. We got this nice Glaceon V, Inteleon V Max. I mean, the arts are just so amazing. Some rainbows, Lunala GX. Pokemon's just really been amazing for so long. It's incredible. Mew, Mega Venusaur EX. We got a Nessa, Olivia, some trainer cards. Really nice stuff here. Caesar V. Big fan of Caesar. Mega Blastoise. Wow. Take a little bit more time to go through all of these, but we want to get to the last binder, so we're almost to the end. Almost to the end, last page. Just a Zamazenta. This is the binder, you guys. You've waited this long. If you've watched this far into the video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know that you've watched this entire thing. Let's show off what everybody's been waiting to see. If you notice throughout the video, all of the binders with sets have had pieces missing from them. That's because they were pulled and put into this one binder here. Still such amazing cards. Even without this binder, the collection is absolutely incredible and mind-blowing. But this binder is what makes it what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. Boom. First page, we've got a reverse holo Charizard, holo Venusaur, legendary collection seal. I mean, I can go over every single card in this binder, but I'm just gonna not say too much and just let you guys enjoy. There's the not cut base set Venusaur. And here we are. Let me pull this one out, show you guys. The base set Charizard. We have a base set Charizard. This one unfortunately isn't in the best condition. As you guys can see, there's some whitening at the bottom. And on the top. Some hollow scratching. But overall, I mean, for a base set Charizard, it is not too bad. Let's keep going. Sabrina's Gengar. Some of these sweet Legends cards. Shining Magikarp. Shining Kabutops. Just every page is just filled. Dark Espeon, I mean. The dog set, we got Blaine's Charizard. It's just incredible. I don't have words. The Dark Caesar, one of my favorite cards. This Umbreon was hard to tell, but it's actually first edition here. Same with this Feraligatr, and then of course we got the base set 2 Charizard as well up here. Just incredible every page. One thing I wanted to point out on this page is we do have a crystal card, and this is a crystal golem, but it is in German. As you can see, it's Geowas. This was a card that the collector pulled back in Germany, kept, and now is mine in this collection. Super cool. Always nice to know the story of where the cards came from. Beautiful cards. These were some of my favorite growing up as well. The EX series cards. We've got the Hitmonchan EX, Wailord EX, Ninetales EX, Magmar EX I remember having. And then these two, the Sneasel EX and the Caesar EX. These were two cards that I did not have growing up. But seeing them now, I'm ecstatic to have them. Aquapolis Holos. Now on this page, we do have the Lugia from Neo Genesis. And you guys, this card is in amazing condition. There is basically no scratching on the holo. None, if any, whitening on the back. The centering looks pretty good to me. It's a little bit off. But this card is beautiful. If you didn't know, this card in a PSA 10 is worth over $30,000. I don't believe this will get a PSA 10, of course, because they don't really get PSA 10s. But this is a close second. I mean, I would be shocked if this doesn't get a PSA 9. And just so you guys do know, make sure you're subscribed, because I will be sending in a lot of these cards to PSA to get graded. A lot of these cards will be kept in my personal collection, but a majority will unfortunately have to get sold to recoup the cost of the investment. But thankfully, there are so many additions that I was not expecting, as said before, that will help pad the blow. So hopefully I can keep a lot of these. We got a Charizard here, Blastoise here. Getting towards the end. I wish it could go on forever. But just even at the back, I mean, beautiful holos. And the last page, there we have it. Now, after seeing all of these cards, you're probably wondering, how much did I end up spending? Only having seen those two binders, I had a rough idea of what I wanted to pay in my head. But after actually going and seeing the cards in person, checking out their condition, and of course seeing all the other stuff that was included, I ended up paying a little bit more. So for the entire lot, I paid a total of $6,000. Which I thought was a little bit high at first, but after getting home and pricing out just that last magenta binder on its own, that one right there was already $7,500 in value. So I've got a long journey ahead of me of getting everything organized, getting everything that needs to be graded, pulled, and sent off, and getting my money back. So I'm going to get going on that. If you enjoyed this longer video, please let me know down in the comments. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.